This 19-year-old said she was pregnant with baby Jesus, so they gave her ultrasound live on the air. When 19-year-old Haley told people that she was pregnant with baby Jesus, no one believed her. The teenager was adamant that she was right. However, when she went on Dr. Phil to prove it, then during the show, Haley's ultrasound result was revealed. Pregnancy is often an exciting time for moms-to-be. One young woman apparently had more reason to be thrilled than most, however. That's because Haley was 9 months along and so mere days from delivering baby Jesus. Or so she claimed. And Haley had supposed proof that she was expecting too. For one, she had put on some 22 pounds in weight. On a 2016 appearance on Dr. Phil, she also said that she had experienced punching and kicking sensations in her stomach. She added that she could tell exactly where the baby's head rested too. However, despite Haley being unswerving in her claims, her family and those around her refused to believe her. In fact, during her time on Dr. Phil, it was alleged that the 19-year-old was a frequent liar, and Haley's mom and sister had produced a list of her supposed falsehoods to prove it. Haley was still determined that she was with child though, and to that end she took 6 pregnancy tests. These all showed as negative, however. Even so, the teenager was undeterred and demanded instead to take a blood-drawn test, although her request was denied by medical professionals. The 19-year-old then went on Dr. Phil to prove once and for all that she was telling the truth. Before the results of Haley's ultrasound were revealed though, Phil McGraw sat the 3 family members down to discuss their relationships and the supposed pregnancy. Haley, her mom, and her sister all agreed that there is a lot of tension between the 3 of them, and this rancor has subsequently resulted in several fights. Haley then revealed in a previous rehab stint she was diagnosed of having paranoid schizophrenia. McGraw countered, however, by stating that no such record of her condition has been made. Then it was finally time to discover whether Haley was in fact pregnant with Jesus as she claimed, or in fact, if she was even pregnant at all. Footage is shown on Dr. Phil depicting Haley receiving an ultrasound scan on her stomach. This procedure had taken place on the set of the TV show The Doctors. And of the scan, Haley said to McGraw, "It was really nice. That was my first ultrasound. And it was kind of weird because the technician was pressing really hard. I could feel the baby kicking." But was the teenager really expecting a child? Well, the Doctor's host, Travis Stork, would soon reveal all. In order to explain the ultrasound result, Dr. Stork decided to show the Dr. Phil audience a side-by-side comparison of the image of Haley's scan with one of a woman at 8.5 months pregnant, and judging by the clear difference between the two, it was safe to say that Haley wasn't going to give birth anytime soon. Dr. Stork did, however, explain that Haley did have dilated bowel loops that were being moved around during the ultrasound process, as well as a swollen stomach. Regardless though, the TV show host said, "There's absolutely no way that Haley is giving birth in 9 days." But Haley's belief that she was pregnant with Jesus was not the only claim that she spoke out about on the show. The 19-year-old asserted, for instance, that the American rapper Eminem is her dad. She even said that she had proof to back her allegation up. Haley told McGraw, for one, that she had found a picture of herself as a child with a man whom she believes to be the hip-hop star. And even though her mom Christy denied this, and her sister Adriana told her on the show that the man in question is in fact a family member, Haley wasn't convinced otherwise. Then, after her first appearance on Dr. Phil, Haley was admitted to a residential treatment program. She would return to McGraw's show in February 2017, however, and finally admit that she hadn't been pregnant at all with baby Jesus or any other child. Describing her moment of realization, Haley said to the host, "One night I had woken up, I went to the bathroom, and then I looked at my stomach and I was feeling around and stuff, and my stomach had gone completely flat." Haley continued, "I waited a couple of days, but my stomach kept getting smaller and smaller, and then I started bleeding. I was like, oh my god, I just had a miscarriage. But then I started thinking about it, nothing came out except blood, and I think the baby would have come out." During the follow-up show, Haley also admitted that she had refused to listen at the time of the ultrasound. She additionally apologized for the way that she had acted when she was told her pregnancy didn't exist. However, she still resolutely believed that Eminem is her father. Indeed, while Haley was receiving treatment in the residential facility, she reportedly told others that the rapper was her dad. What's more, she even went so far as to allege that McGraw himself is her uncle. The truth seemingly came out, however, after a statement from the man in the photo that Haley believed to be Eminem was read out. The message said, "My name is Michael. Christy is my half-sister. I am Haley and Adriana's uncle. I am not Eminem, but I do look like him and was mistaken for him in my 20s. Nevertheless, Haley still refused to accept that this may be the case. And even though Haley now knew that she hadn't been pregnant, realizing this fact was apparently hard to deal with for the teen. She said on the show, "It didn't help me because I was more depressed. I am going through a big loss. I thought I'd lost my baby. I'm still grieving."